attempt to grind out the win. Pokes with a medium kick. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Throws them. Player one didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Poke low heavy, but no go. Goes avoiding the wall. Wow, reads the counterattack. All in with the rush. Turning it right up with a super. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? It doesn't kill. They're over in a flash. Now as catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a fight. Bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. What's their game? Will this super art connect? That's one huge life lead. Is this going where we think it is? Surprises them with a drive rush. Goes for a projectile to try and change the KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Barely blocks the jump in. A quick breather. Player one, burnout activates. So, Rashid's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mix-ups. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Both fighters planning the forward rush. Player, how will they utilize this? There's the burnout. Player one holding on, uses the gauge for a super art. Closing moments of the goes for the massage. Okay, here we go. What a finish! Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player one chases them down. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player two has depleted their drive gauge, but KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Demon Guillotine crushes it. They just springs forward with the drive rush. Player one chases them down. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Looking for a chance. The star's active. Here comes the rude Sandstorm. Fires off the missile. What breaks it? A single hit will do it. Demon Blade kick. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Hits the drive. The next touch may decide this round. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Both sides looking for an opening. You can use use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. What are they thinking here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. From up above. Goes for a smart play to stop the opponent there. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. A quick breather, springs forward with a drive rush. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. And Kuma's going in. The super up, were they baiting them into that? Player drive rush to keep it going. Player experiencing burnout. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Bends all 3 bars to give him one of life's hardest love taps. Take a sip. A quick breather. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What? Oh, burnout triggered. Fires off a whirlwind. Forward throw, laying the pressure on things. Player, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chance. Oh, they're in the corner now. They were right to be on guard there. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Whirlwind shot. Player all in with a rush. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Okay, drive rush. Excellent block. Player 1 is on the brink of total burnout. Do they mean to do flatline zone? Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. And the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. There's a corner switch. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Throws them to negate the block. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Will this super arc connect? Super Rashid kick KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Brushes off the impact. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters planning something? Charges forward. Lays down a whirlwind. This may be it. Drive rush to keep it going. Good job escaping that dangerous. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. A deficit here. Can they turn the tide? Barely blocks the jump in. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? What a reaction to go. There's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. What'll happen here? Gets him with a Euro step. Fires off of, oh, burnout triggered. Knocked them out of the air. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 2 with the rip, oh, huge dent. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start wrapping it up with a throw. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Squeezes the gauge. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Starts with a jump in. The cross-up connects. What's the play here? Big counter. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown goes for the super art. Both players with no drive in the tank. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Grabs him, takes a drip. Heading into the end with KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Gets the jump in. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Okay, creating some space here. Zones with the fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. The impact doesn't do anything. Going in? Oh, could be the start of something. They are absolutely wailing on each other. Charges forward. Lays down a whirlwind. Big throws. Fires off a whirlwind. Brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Turning it right up with a super. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Medium kick hits. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Neither of them willing to back off here. Trips them up. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Gets them. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Throws them to negate the block. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player 2 chases them down. A quick breather. They're going for the super art. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Side switch in the corner. Burnout activates. KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Blocks the jump in. Down to the wire. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Well-timed corner switch. Taking stock. Checks him with the projectile. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Life lead opens up. Throws them to negate the block. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Slips the grab. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Okay, creating some space here. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. The impact doesn't do anything. Which way you gonna block? Denies the jump in. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. Lands the back throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Super hard. Burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with knock them out of the air. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. A lot of pressure building up here. Cashes out the cage right there. A clean KO. Nice meter of it. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open, sets up with the jump in. Connects with the throw. Jumps up. Oh my, the throw tech. Player one took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see the throw is denied. Fires off a whirlwind. Blocks it. All in with a rush. Player one needs to use the throw. Good decision with that throw. What now? Oh, yo! Rock super hit! Super Rashid kick! Bro is aiming for max CPM here. The low's blocked. How did they read that throw? Player two crowns him from above. Oh, they switch sides. Player one is a knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Throws him. What's next? Getting it all on the drive rush. What comes hard? Noticeable luck. Oh my, the throw tech. Looking for burnout, but they may have a plan here. Who are they swinging at? Player two. And oh, putting the cherry on top. Answers with a fireball. Time's almost up. They are taking this to the absolute limit. Oh, drive rush! Flips in the drive impact! Player one clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Spinning mixture tells you you're not cleared for land. Looks to drop him. Drive rush to keep it going. Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Backs them into the corner. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. From up above. Forward throw. Not letting them out of the corner. What's their game plan? It takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They trade hits, and now decides to meet them in the air. One combo. In there! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage? Picks the air throw. They were looking up. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. A quick breather. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Both fighters planning something? Still slugging it out at this range. Nate tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. The throw whiffs. The low's blocked. Gotta do better than that. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Anti-air in the clutch. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jumps up. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Both fighters are raring to go. Nothing stops this train. A jump clutch anti-air. Both fighters anticipated that throw. Huge chance after that wall slap. Goes for the super art early to try and escape low heavy, but no go. Sets up with the jump in. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Player wall splat into the guard break. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. Burns out. Pumping hard. What now? Player one can't let this the low. Ooh, does him dirty. Oh, here we go. Charges up the plasma. Oh, drive home. Ugh, take a seat. Answers with a fireball. I can't believe it. I called it. I called it. They are done. Player one for the replay. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Bro leaves them wide open. Gets a risky puck in. Feeling out the spacing. Still very early in the round. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Opts for the throw. Starts with a jump in. Oh! Gets the crossing. Very solid corner switch. Holds out with the block. Down to the wire. Player 2 chases them down. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Blocks the low KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Jumps up. Checks them with the projectile. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be... Ooh! Were they baiting them into that? The throw is teched. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Catches out the game right there! Hits them with a critical. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Just what they were after. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big counter. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Opts for the throw. Takes a trip. Holds out with the block. Can't tech the throw? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Alright, what's coming up next? I can't keep track of these corners. Down to the wire. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Got their eye on the air. You've got to be mindful of reaching. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Jumps up. Player 1 can't use any drop. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Backs them and betting it all on the drive rush. So solid with the mixer anti-air. They were right to be on guard there. KO. Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Grabs him. Stops the attack by using a drive kick. Still slugging it out here. No good up high. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Impacts are no-go. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Takes a trip. Burnout is triggered. In a dire situation, they can't KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. That drive impact doesn't get through. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Take it. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 can't let their drive takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. What'll happen? Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 has the meter lead. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Grabs and throws them away. Goes for the jump in. Blocks it. Big throw. This is gonna hurt. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Cross out the OD, Hado! Gets the taps him on the dome. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Blocks the drive reversal? Player one needs to take advantage of betting it all on the drive rush. What now? Crowns him from above. There's a burnout. Player two is in a very good... This is gonna hurt. Are they going to be anti-air in this clutch? Next, the counter. What's this Chico Hado? What a finish! Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Cross up. Player two chases them down. Gets the jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Grabs them. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Holds out with the block. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. In there! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Barely blocks the jump in. Snares him. Solid blocking. Throws him. What's drive rush to keep it going? Gets the jump in. Both fighters planning something? Looking for a chance. Changes things up with an overhead. Lays down a whirlwind. Zones with the fire. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Big opportunity now in this corner. The low kick hits. In there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Spinning Mixer tells you you're not cleared for landing. Fires off a whirlwind. Player one didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Drive, in fact, misses. You've gotta be hits him with a stop and bop. Solid anti-air. Crowns him from above. All in with a rush. Both are ready to pull the Picard's action. Here comes the rude sandstorm. There's a burnout. Oh, a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Super Rashid kick. Bro is aiming for max CPM here. All with a cross-up attack. Player two may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Noticeable life lead as it closes it out. Player one faced the giant and walked a win. I don't even think they care that others called next. We're getting back into it. Hits the drive. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Jump in, finds the mark. Ooh, will they hit? With? Or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Good anti-air. What are they thinking here? Are they going to fill up their super meter for a small advantage or concentrate on the offensive? Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Brushes off the impact. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Had the radar up and running. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Lays down a whirlwind. Checks him with the projectile. Life lead opens up. Fires off a whirlwind. They break things off to take a quick breather. Springs forward, KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Still slugging it out at this range. Going in, lays down a whirlwind. Gets carried to the corner. Fires off a whirlwind. Escapes with the reversal. Side switch in the corner. Player 2 can't use any drive forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Player 2, Rashid looking for something with Isara. A real test of nerves here. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Gets all in with a rush. Oh, here we go. Knockdown. Here comes the mixer. What a finish.
That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Which way you gonna block? Nails the anti-air. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Checks with the projectile. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. From up above, very solid corner switch. Gets him. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sticks the jump in. Goes to the overdrive. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Jump. Smart play with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going.
In your face with the SRK.
Springs forward with the drive rush. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Gets carried to the corner. Jumps up. The throw missed. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. A quick breather. Big throw. Connects with the throw.
Clutch anti-air.
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Starts with this is gonna hurt. The low kick hits. Both absolutely
Betting it all on the drive rush.
Oh, there's a burnout. One chance here may end this close on the way. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Open with the spinning mixer tells you you're not cleared for landing.
Zones with the fireball. Rashid's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Excellent block. Player, oh yo, Raw super here. Looking for a hole. Drops him from the air. Jumps. Links it. Their drive gauges are looking bad. They'll need to fight while it's burn out, but they may have a plan here. The low. Player, genius read with that throw escape. What's next? What are they gonna? Solid anti-air. Starts with whirlwind. Player 1 is gonna put a super art do anything? Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Blocks the low kick. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. What a genius anti-air in the front.
Take a seat.
Were they looking?
It is over. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, top that.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
Oh, yes, the air throw.
A parry? Player 1 needs to use the front of the corner here. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Checks him with the projectile. No more drive gauge. Strings it all together. Grabs and throws him away. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. This is a proc KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That's a counter. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 2 chases them down. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. It's a good spot to use the super. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jumps up. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown and KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 1 creates a drive rush to keep it going. Still very early in the round. Throws them to negate the block. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Under pressure, but keeps cool and Texan. Smart play with the throw. Barely blocks the jump. Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big throws. Connects with the throw. No! Critical art now? Life lead is there. They're going for the super art. Sits him down with the super. Now that's how you take a round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Nice solid counter. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Drive gauge finally recovers. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to... Oh! Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. There's drive rush to keep it going. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Projected KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Grabs him. Jumps in. Still slugging it out at this range. A quick breather. Player 2 springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have drive rush to keep it going. Creates an opening with the low heavy. From low heavy to... Whiffs the impact. Brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, burnout triggered.
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 stays pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Oh, Goes in on the impact for nothing. Goes for the super art. Parries the projectile. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. What'll happen here? Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with the super art in play, it's still not over. Medium kick hits. Knockdown and jumps in. Life lead is there, but closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart stun. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. In with the crosshair. Hits him with a stop and bomb. This is gonna be bad news. Gets him with a Euro step. Player 2, oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Raw super hard incoming. What were they thinking? Player 2 is looking solid anti-air. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Thanks the meter. That combo finishes it. Player 1 was an absolute... It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Fires off, brushes that off, and keeps going. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Goes for the command grab. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if it's down to the wire. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Going in. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what's going wild with Shout of Earth. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps? Backstep rolling attack? Player 2 has an empty drive kick. This is a very precarious situation. Still slugging it out at this range. Medium kick hits. Shout of Earth, cranking it up. In there. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Player 2 chases them down. Fires off a whirlwind. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Going in. Jump. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OT spinning mix-up. Flawless round. They got him so quick. We're tied up at 1 round each. Do these two have any? Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Flashes him. Still scrapping for control of picks the air throw. Big drive rush to keep it going. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. What's the next move? Miraculous grab. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mix-up. Jump, scores a counter hit with the OD mix-up. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Are we going to see a comeback here? In with the cross. Player 1, drive impact misses. KO! Player 2 rolled themselves a streak. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Shows the overhead. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. KO! Player, we're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Saves off the crossup. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Still slugging it out here. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Taking stock. Absorbs it down to the wire. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Medium kick hits. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Player 1 can't touch Super Art. Super Rashid kick to make their extremities tingle. Burnout threads it cleanly. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? From up above. Takes them all, hits them with a stopping bomb. Player 1 uses the gauge for a super art. Going in, sneaks in above. Lays down a whirlwind. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? They're in the corner and the beat down. Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Anticipates the overhead. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Jump in finds the mark. The low doesn't connect. Blocks the low heavy. Going on the offensive? Anything off the smash? Big counter. Scrapping, experiencing burnout. Scores a counter hit with KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Lays down a whirlwind. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Jumps. Goes for the rush. Fires off a whirlwind. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Gets the throw and can forward throw, laying the pressure on things. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner hit. Ooh, you pump the brakes on the impact. Activates the star to get them help on the field. They're going for the super art. Burnout activates. Noticeable life lead. It crowns him from above. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. hits him with a stop and pop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. The impact doesn't do anything. Oh, what's this? This is gonna be bad news. Player 1 has an empty bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
Passes out of the gauge to summon out to air. Not even the eye of the storm is safe.
Knockdown and barely blocks the jump in. This is gonna hurt.
All in with a rush.
Player 2, what a finish! Last round, people. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Breaks the block with a throw. Lays down a whirlwind. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Blocks the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Checks with a projectile. Goes for the drive rush there. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Below heavy hits. Grabs them. Taking stock. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What nice counter! Quick breather. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Throws them to negate the block. Both fights springs forward with the drive rush. They need to rely on their instincts here. This devil's reverse. How will they use KO? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Going in with devil's reverse. Fires off a whirlwind. Both hits him with a stop and pop. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Whiffs the throw. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Devil's reverse. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown and jump. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Connects with the throw. A real test of nerves here. Jump! Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 is gonna uses that wall pressure. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Hits the air throw. The last round. It's now or never. Meets them air to air. Jumps in, plus anti-air. Risky up-close scrap still going. Ooh, you drive rush.
All in with a rush.
Amazing. Devil's reverse. But this unleashes some big damage. Both sides getting ready. Dark mix-up with super arts into play. Solid anti-air. Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive.
Whirlwind shot.
Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking.
Leg save.
Player 2 turn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 2 is looking at a clearly block that off. Drives it back, misses. Will this be enough to kill? It just gets there. Perfection.
Get that bank account ready because that fight.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sticks out a kick. Grabs and throws him away. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Very solid corner switch. Opts for the throw. All right. Still slugging it out here. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Goes for a driver. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Taking stock. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. stops the attack by using the drive kick. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Slight miscalculation on the air throw spacing. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. With the throw. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Player 2 creates a springs forward with the drive rush. Snipes him out the air. Player 2 knife. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Lays down a whirlwind. Misses the grab. What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Goes for the jump in. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Just goes for it at this range. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Both fighters springs forward with the drive KO. Play knife. What else can they get away with? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Brushes that off and keeps going. Were they baiting them into that? Very slick with the combo. Drive, burnout triggered. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is drive rush to keep it going. Not close enough for the throw. Good job escaping the untouchable. Impetuous, impregnable. He's gotta go all in from this point. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Super art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Carried to the corner, charges up the plasma. Drive rush. Whirlwind over in a flash. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Checks with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. No go for the throw. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning step. Player 1 capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO.